What are the Walrus Audio fundamental pedals all about, and do they sound good? That's what we're going to find out today. So I have the full fundamental collection over here, 8 pedals in total, and today I want to show you guys how they sound and what they can do. However, I also want to get creative with these pedals, so I'm going to do 2 mini songs and include these pedals for all the effects. And we're going to start with one of those songs that includes 4 pedals and my Gibson Les Paul Standard into this Blackstar HT Club 50 Mark III on the clean channel. Okay, let's go ahead and check it out right now. Alright, that was really awesome. That sounded great. So that was the phaser pedal, into the drive pedal, into the fuzz pedal, into the distortion pedal, and then into the front of the amplifier on the clean channel with the LED voicing off. And I actually reamped all the tracks so I could dial in these tones perfectly on the pedals and do some tweaking and stuff. And for the reamping, I actually used the Walrus Audio Canvas reamp box, just so you guys know. So the guitar that I used was my Gibson Les Paul Standard 60s with the Duncan JB in the bridge. And then the reamped signal from the canvas is going into the front of the amplifier, again on the clean channel. And the amplifier is being fed into my RedSeven Amplification Amp Central reactive load. And then into an OwnHammer IR from the brand new Essentials Classic Rock Pack, which is basically a British cabinet, a 4x12 with greenbacks. And I used the balanced mic mix. And I'm using that same setup throughout this entire video, aside from the guitar, by the way. Now for the intro, I had only the drive pedal turned on the crunch setting for a nice and organic sort of vintage crunch tone. I really liked the mids there and the overall tone sounded really great. And again, just as a reminder, all the drive tones here are coming from the pedals since the amplifier is set to a clean tone. In the second section, I turned off the drive and turned on the distortion pedal on the LED voicing for a nice fat and more modern distorted tone. Sounded really cool too. And then in the bridge section, I turned off the distortion and turned on the fuzz pedal on the mid plus voicing for a very nice, rich and fat fuzz tone. Really cool. Very hairy indeed and very fuzzy. And then at the end, I turned off the fuzz and turned the drive back on, but also turned the phaser on for a really nice modulated tone on the medium setting. So that all sounded really great to my ears. So we're going to do a very similar thing with the other 4 pedals in a minute with a different little song. But first, let's take an individual look at these 4 pedals. But you might wonder, what is the deal with these Walrus Audio fundamental pedals? Well, Walrus Audio wanted to make some pedals that sounded really good and professional, but with a very easy to use layout. And they are also very attractively priced, so that's great, of course. Each pedal simply has the foot switch, 3 sliders for adjusting the effect, and a switch that lets you choose between 3 different types of that effect. So again, very simple, but quite versatile as well, which is great. The phaser has a light, medium, and heavy type, and a rate, depth, and feedback slider. Let's do some quick dialing in with my Les Paul through the Blackstar, just so you get an idea of how the controls react. Check it out. That's a really nice sounding phaser. And now the drive. This pedal has a smooth, crunch, and bright mode and sliders for gain, tone, and volume. Let's also do some quick dialing in. So that's a really nice drive pedal that can either be used as a standalone overdrive or distortion pedal or as a boost. Very cool. And now the fundamental fuzz pedal, which is actually my first ever fuzz pedal. Really cool. I must admit that it does sound really awesome, and maybe it's a little bit addictive actually. This one has a gate, classic, and mid plus setting, and sliders for gain, tone, and volume. Let's take a quick listen. And then we have the distortion pedal with dark, SI, and LED modes and sliders for gain, tone, and volume. Let's check it out. All right, that is one fat sounding distortion pedal. Really cool, actually. Okay, so now I want to get a little bit creative again, this time using my ESP LTD EC1000T CTM in Violet Shadow on the neck pickup, and with the exact same setup, but this time with the other 4 pedals. Let's take a quick listen. Beautiful! So the reverb and delay pedals were in the effects loop, and the tremolo and chorus pedals were in front of the amplifier. Now again, let's check out the individual pedals real quick. So the tremolo pedal has a sine wave, a square wave, and a sort of random wave, and then sliders for rate, depth, and volume. Let's take a quick listen. Really cool, that's one nice tremolo. And now the chorus. The chorus has a light, medium, and heavy setting, and again sliders for rate, depth, and mix. Let's take a quick listen. All right, the delay pedal has a mode for digital, analog, and reverse. You can also use a tap tempo function by holding the switch to turn that on. And there are sliders for time, feedback, and mix. Let's take a quick listen. And finally, the reverb pedal with settings for hall, spring and plate modes, and sliders for decay, tone, and mix. Let's take a quick listen. Alright, so in a nutshell, those were the Walrus Audio fundamental pedals, and I had a lot of fun with these pedals. This video was sponsored, by the way, but as always, all thoughts and opinions are 100% my own, okay? I honestly think that these pedals sound excellent. They are easy to use, and they just have a lot of mojo and a lot of options too. So despite the fact that they are very easy to use and straightforward, they are still quite versatile. And they also seem very robust, and the attractive price tag is good as well. So I definitely recommend checking these pedals out. That's all for this video. I hope you enjoyed it. If you enjoyed this video, please drop a like and subscribe down below, as that helps the channel out. And let me know in the comments your thoughts about these pedals. And you can also follow Sonic Drive Studio on Facebook and Instagram. Thank you guys so much, and I hope to see you soon. Cheers!